Guys, so I'm here today to film what I hope to be the first video in a series on my channel. I'm trying to put more into my channel in 2018 because I really do like filming YouTube videos, but like I've been so slacky. So I was inspired by that Taylor. She does a series on her channel called Foundation Fridays, where every Friday she reviews a foundation, and she also does 15 days of foundation, where she does a foundation review for 15 days. I believe she does it twice a year. I'll leave the link to her channel below because she's honestly my favorite YouTuber right now. She has pasty skin and she's amazing and she does super thorough reviews. So when I was mixing all my foundations together for that video, which I'll also link below, realized I have a lot of foundations that I haven't used in years or at least months, or I haven't used more than a couple of times. And I was like, I need to first of all go through my foundations and get rid of the ones I don't like. And I figured the best way to do that would be start a series on my channel. I think I'm gonna call it Foundation Rewind, because I'm basically going through all my foundations that I own, but I don't know if I like them or not. So it's kind of like a shop my stash review situation. So today I'm going to be reviewing the KVD Lock It Foundation. I wear the shade Light 44, which has cool undertones. I believe there's only one shade lighter than this, which is 42, and it is paper white. Like, it was way too white for me. I almost died when I tried it on. This one doesn't look so bad on me. So the KVD foundation is supposed to be a 24-hour wear, full coverage foundation. I have normal to dry skin, leans a little more dry since we're still kind of in the winter months here in Canada. So I wanted to start filming a review of my foundations, go through them, see how I feel, see how they wear. So if you want to see me apply this foundation and what my immediate reactions are, then keep watching. Okay. I hadn't used this for so long that I just had to pump out, like it had gotten all hard and crusty in the pump and like wouldn't come out. So I just had to pump a bunch out to make the pump work again. Lovely. So I'm just gonna pump one pump of that on my hand. This is what it looks like. It's a pretty thick foundation, although you can see it's running down my hand, but your girl is thick. And we're just gonna spread this. Oh yeah, it feels so thick. I primed my skin with the, what's it called? The First Aid Beauty Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. I have dry skin, so like this is already going to be super dry on me, so I didn't want to make it impossible for me to like this foundation. So I'm going to blend it out with a beauty blender because that's how I apply every foundation. I mean, once I blend this out, it does match my skin pretty well. Actually, I probably don't need to lighten it. But, ooh girl, she's thick. Now, with most foundations, what I would do is I would apply a second layer, but I think I'm just gonna take a little bit and just kind of add a smidge of extra coverage around my jawline and my forehead, which is where I would add coverage with any other foundation. I'm not sure if I need it with this, but I also feel like I should treat it like I treat every other foundation. She looks a little dry, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. So this is what the foundation looks like. I mean, it is a full ass coverage foundation and she covers. If you have like any acne scarring or oily skin, this would probably be great for you. I know lots of girls with oily skin swear by this, but I have normal to dry skin. So, but I mean, it actually doesn't look bad on me. It'll kind of depend on how it looks after I set it and forget it. Now, I feel like most people with dry skin wouldn't set this foundation, but I set every foundation with my MAC powder. So I'm just gonna do my under eye concealer. Normally I would wear my Tarte Shape Tape concealer, but for the sake of this video, I do have the KVD Lock It Tattoo Concealer. I'm in the shade Neutral L5 in the concealer. I'll swatch it for you here. This is what it looks like. I mean, the fact that this is L5 is pretty fantastic, which means she has 4 shades lighter than this. I also have the white one just because I'm a pasty white ass bitch and I need it. So I'm gonna use the KVD concealer and I'm gonna need you to pray for me because, ooh, she's thick. But we're doing it. I'm trying to just use just a little bit. I'm just trying to use a little bit, guys. Just a little bit. Again, I'm applying it where I would normally apply concealer with any other foundation. I mean, it actually doesn't look bad under my eyes. It hid my dark circles. My nose isn't cooperating, but that's pretty normal for me. I'm gonna zoom you guys in so you can see all of my business. I mean, you can still see some of my dark circles, but I mean, it's not magic, this concealer. Obviously, it's settling into my forehead lines, like really bad, but your girl has forehead lines. What you gonna do about it? So I'm gonna set my under eyes with my RCMA No Color powder and a beauty blender, because that's how I set my under eyes every day. So I'm just gonna do the rest of my face and I will be back to show you the final look. So I finished my face. I set it with the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural Powder. I just put a little bit all over my face just because I set every foundation like that, so what the fuck. And then once all my makeup was on, I set my face with the MAC Fix Plus and as well as the Too Faced Hangover RX 3-in-1 primer and setting spray. I know it's a lot of setting sprays, but I usually use 2 setting sprays, and I want to give this foundation a chance because I have dry skin. I really feel like it needed the setting sprays to give it a fair shot at life. On my lips, I'm wearing the Sephora Cream Lip Stain in the shade 29. It's like this beautiful forest green color. I'm obsessed, and I'm wearing the Jaclyn Hill palette on my eyes. Kind of dig my makeup. I also still hate my hair. If you didn't see the I Ruined My Hair video, I will link that somewhere as well. And so we just threw it in a ponytail because it's really dirty and I need to wash it, but I also don't want to deal with it right now because I hate it. So first impression of this foundation is actually that I don't hate it right now. Like, it has settled into my forehead lines, which I don't mind. But overall, like, my skin looks pretty flawless. It's definitely a like full beat foundation. Like, I would not wear this foundation for like an everyday foundation. Like, if I wasn't wearing dramatic eyes and dramatic lips and like a contour and highlight situation, I'd probably feel like I had a lot of makeup on, and it does feel like makeup on your skin, and I can still feel it's tacky on my skin even though I did set it. So color's not bad. I think the beauty blender is definitely the trick to wearing this foundation if you have normal or dry skin. Maybe even oily skin. She's a lot. Let me zoom you in. Come into my face. So you can see that it's covering all my situations. Like, it doesn't. I definitely think if you are a normal to dry skin person, preparation and setting for your skin is very important for this foundation. You need to use a moisturizing primer and you need to use a setting spray. So this is what it looks like now. Right now it is 11:46 a.m. I got a little bit of a late start today, but to give this 8 hours wear, I'll only have to wear it till 8 p.m. tonight, which shouldn't be a problem. So I will check back with you guys later today. I'm not really doing anything today except for like cleaning my house and running errands. So like, I'm full beat for no reason, but it's fine. Everyone needs to be full beat for no reason sometimes. So I will check back in probably in a few hours and then again at the end of the night before I wash my face and let you guys see how this wears. Why do I kind of thought I hated this foundation when I first got it, but like now I'm kind of into it. We'll see how she lasts for the day. Hey guys, so it is now 8 o'clock p.m. and my phone is at 5%. So I've had this on for about 7.5 hours. Going forward, I do want to do longer check-ins than this. I really do hate when influencers do like just 8-hour check-ins or 7-hour check-ins and they're like, well, no one wears foundation this long, or this is as long as I wear foundation. But like a normal person that has like an office job wears their foundation for probably 10 to 12 hours, and that's if they don't do anything after going to work. So I do want to do check-ins longer than this going forward, but I fucked up today and didn't do it long enough. So this is what the foundation looks like after 8.5 hours. I touched up my lipstick because I ate pizza for dinner and I drank out of a glass, and sometimes I find with a liquid lipstick, if I drink out of a glass and I'm eating something greasy, or it's like an acidic drink, like I was drinking pop, you get like those lines here. My husband tells me I look like the Joker. So I did get those, so there's some wearing around my mouth, but that's because I had to wipe away green Joker lines from my mouth. That was fun. I do think that it's starting to look a little dry everywhere. Actually, even talking about the concealer, I always have concealer settle in my lines, but usually it's just the lines directly under my eyes. But today it's settling even in the other lines here. Like it looks like little spider veins crawling out from my eyes, and like that's not fun. It's looking not great on my forehead. Let's zoom you in instead of looking in my thing. Okay, so as you can see, it's settling in these lines here, which is normal, but as you can see, it's also settled all the way out here. It does look a little dry and cakey around my chin area and around this area. Like, it doesn't look very, like, it looks like some of the coverage rubbed off here. It could be from me touching my face. I touch my face a lot, but, and then this is the forehead. So I will say, as a dry-skinned girl, I wouldn't recommend this as like an everyday foundation. I do think that if you're gonna do full beat for like a night out, this would probably be nice, because generally if you're going out for the night, you're not gonna be out for 8 hours, and also by 2 a.m. when you're drunk, you don't care what you look like. I mean, it's stayed on. I just think it looks cakey in certain areas. I wouldn't wear this concealer again. I definitely think that it's fading, and the Tarte Shape Tape is way better. The white one is nice if you are pasty white like me to mix into other stuff, but I just think in general it's too thick of a consistency for a concealer. Foundation is also very thick. I've used this before mixed with moisturizers and like mixed with strobe cream, and it's not as cakey, but then I also don't get the kind of coverage I like. So, I mean, my blush and my highlight and stuff is still on really nice, and like from afar I look great. And if I just look in the mirror, I look fine, and it's been 8.5 hours. So like I said, this would be great for like a full beat night, or if you have oily skin and you're trying to maintain that oil, I feel like this would keep you really matte. I don't think it's too matte of a finish that like someone like me who likes dewy finish wouldn't like it. I just think that it's a thicker, drier consistency. It does feel like it still has that makeup-y feel on your face where like it feels like, I don't want to say greasy, but it feels like you're wearing makeup. So, I mean, I knew this wasn't going to be a rave review for this foundation because I just did. I knew I didn't like it. But when I first put it on, I really enjoyed the way it looked, and I definitely think it's a good going out foundation, but I just don't know if it's like a good everyday foundation for someone who has normal dry skin. I am going to try playing around with it a little bit more because I did really like the finish, and hopefully I can mix it with like a moisturizer or strobe cream or something to give it a little bit, make it a little bit easier on my skin, but without shearing it out too much. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So thank you guys for watching, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.